Hey everybody, what's up? This is Freedom Fighters International in the house. A lot better quality video with this iPad that we're using. And we're interviewing Daniel Bleckinger, professional tennis pro, and we got a balls off court. We're working on a documentary and a movie later, Indiegogo campaign. You can see balls off court, trying to get that going. Hey Dan, what was it like to play in the Wimbledon?
It wasn't too shabby. The best part was probably being picked up in the limos, I'd have to say. But other than that, losing wasn't any fun. Everybody loses sooner or later. Even if you win the whole thing, you're kind of exhausted so you become a loser also by sheer exhaustion.
Well, most people can only dream of being in the Wimbledon. What was it like to actually be doing it center court?
You have to be very young and in really good shape and highly primed, and at that point it's really wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, you're really ready for it. If you're able to make it in there, seriously, I have to say you're so ready for it that it's what you strove for, and that's what you achieved.
So what advice would you give a college all-star now playing tennis to be let loose into the pro tennis world? What would you tell them?
As when I look back, I would have to say work harder than you think you have to work. It's really work. You got to work as hard as you can. It's really effort. Yeah.
What does hard work mean though?
Well,
like
running, training, eating well, watching your diet, sleeping well. You can't have too much fun. Maybe one day a month or something.
One day a month.
One day a month.
Well, what is fun for you?
The evil weed and whatever booze you want. That's
Okay.
what fun is.
Yeah, well, it's being part of freedom that you can freedom to choose different types of, adult types candies, I guess you could call it. So. Yeah. What are you doing in your 70s now to having fun?
I'm pretending I'm acting like a teenager.
That's good.
Yeah, that's the best I can do.
Well, never give up on that. You got to keep the kid in you. That's what I encourage people to do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So check out my book, Looking Glass Shattered, on Amazon too. It's
I read that
it's free on
twice
Kindle.
I read it twice a day. I read it first in the morning and later in the afternoon.
But it's free on Kindle Unlimited. You don't have to pay a dime.
Oh,
so
good.
That's the good news.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so anyway, that's been a long journey. I've been working on that book for 7 years, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, it's great. It's a beautiful day here in California. What advice would you give to people in general if they want to have their kid in professional tennis?
Don't overdo it, I would say. Don't be too overly disciplined. I had a lot of variety in my life, and I was very happy to have a lot of freedom to do things I wanted to do, and also I have to look back and say when I became in my late teens, I decided I was in the obstacle of either getting a job, going to the Vietnam War, or going off to be a sports hero, and I chose the last. And once I chose that, I realized I had to work really hard to do it, and you really have to push yourself. But you also need some breaks from that, and you have to live a life too. So you have to balance yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Parents we don't want to have like another Michael Jackson where he missed out on his childhood, and we saw what happened with that as a result. Too much pressure, helicopter parenting, all that is really hard on kids.
Yeah, I'm sure that Mr. Jackson was really disciplined with those kids, and probably watched them like a hawk, and was probably overbearing, like a lot of parents can be.
Yeah, and it really can mess up your whole life.
You got to temper things.
All right. Well, where do you want to go next with what were some of the highlights and stories
of my life?
Yeah, of tennis and being in the tennis world. You have a lot of connections too, which is great for this project.
I do. Yeah. Well, it's like a great life. You meet people from all over the world. Once you become once you achieve that, you make friends all over the place. South America, Europe, Russia, just everywhere that they come out of, you become friends because you respect these people. when I look back at my career, answering the other question about, so I remember I won the Canadian Junior Championships. I won the Blue-Gray Doubles Championships. I was Big Ten champion. At Wisconsin, I was All-American at the University of Utah. And after that, I played over in Europe. I decided to stay over in Europe for about 4 summers and enjoy France and Spain and England. So that's where you make a lot of friends and you travel together and you really have a lot of good times. And you know, you're going to places you never know who the people are, what to expect. But you know, once you're there for a purpose and a reason, they're very polite and they're very civil. And as this young man knows here, this people in the South are very hospitable, and I certainly enjoyed living in the South and being there many times, and a lot of fun memories. But I'm afraid it always goes pretty quickly, so you always need to think ahead and know what you're doing next.
No, that's great. And I want to say hello to Roland in Salt Lake City, Utah, where Daniel went to. There's a huge portrait of him in the when you enter the Eccles Tennis Center in Salt Lake City University in Utah there, and it's really cool. He's very hospitable. We just sent him an email to see maybe there's some projects we can do together. Be awesome to get you back in Salt Lake City. On tour.
You know, sell those autographs for $1 or $2 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Get some cold beer on a hot sunny afternoon, and everything would be cool again.
Well, most people can't say.
Go you Utes.
Go Utes. Most people can't say they have a giant portrait in a tennis center. That's really cool that you have that. Can't beat that. Yeah, it's good. Well, we got to get your book out, and I really think that Owen Wilson would be good to play you in the movie. You look like him. What do you think? A younger version of you. You like Owen?
Maybe I'll play Owen in his movie. How about that one?
Yeah. Well, whatever works.
Thank you.
Just so they sell tickets. Hollywood is really hurting right now, so they need some new blood. That's us. We're going to take over Hollywood soon and really get some good entertainment in. Right? All right.
Chill.
You had enough?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time. See ya. Freedom Fighters International and so forth. And have a good one. Merry Christmas early in the spring. We're getting ready for it.